If you're into Game Boy, there's a good chance you'll like my new Neo Geo Pocket Color series too. Every Thursday I'm reviewing a new Neo Geo game. Just join the PO3 Patreon or become a channel member here on YouTube. Not being able to jump sounds on the surface to be a terrible selling point for a platform-based run-and-gun game. So pivotal to the gameplay was it in classics like Contra or Mega Man that to remove that seems like a terrible idea, right? Well, the main gimmick of Bionic Commando sure does feel odd when you first load the game up. However, once you get it down, which doesn't take as long as you'd think, it's a super cool replacement that really helps this franchise to stand out. In place of a jump, the A button shoots out this grappling hook that you can use to propel yourself around and ascend to higher platforms. Just pressing A shoots it at a 45-degree angle in front of you, which after a bit of practice you can use to Spider-Man your way along the underside of platforms or traverse gaps. There are many intricacies you'll pick up in terms of your movement. Holding up while pressing A shoots your hook directly upwards, which allows you to hang in place. You need to do this to shoot certain enemies or disable laser gates and so on. You can only shoot horizontally, but combined with crouches and the aforementioned grapple techniques, you do actually have quite a range of control. As with anything in the game, you'll need to figure it out and practice it, but once you get it, you'll be surprised at how natural the controls do feel. Killing enemies leads them to drop cartridges. They look like shotgun shells. Collecting these serves as the experience point system, whereby after a certain amount, it tells you on the select menu and the amount needed increases each time. You'll get an extra notch on your HP bar. If you want to take the time, you can find one of those doors that enemies pop out from, kill a dude, then walk so it's off screen, then return. Another guy will appear, allowing you to repeatedly farm as many cartridges as you need to max out your health. It takes a good while, but you can get very strong this way. It's not really necessary though, I don't think, and kinda takes a little of the thrill of the game away. The game's difficulty curve is totally fair, whereby the earliest stages do enough to show you the ropes, allow you to get a fix on the slightly unusual controls, then introduce new elements evenly throughout the rest of the game. You navigate around the world via this numbered map, whereby beating stages unlocks later areas. Some of these areas are neutral zones, where there are no hostilities allowed. You can still shoot here, but beware that breaking the ceasefire is very bad for your health, and can actually lead you to not be able to obtain some of the nice power-ups available in these areas. The aim of most areas is to reach this reactor room and destroy the core. These are the hardest areas early on, as endlessly respawning grunts accost you from all sides. They only take one hit to kill, but there are many, and the reactor cores take a good 20 shots at least to destroy. Each stage will also have these control rooms somewhere. These allow you to communicate with your base, and, provided you've got the correct walkie-talkie, also tap into the enemy's communications. This isn't strictly necessary, but they will give you little hints about what to expect or where to go. There are quite a few items to find other than the communicators. Flares that help to light up darkened parts, machine guns and grenade launchers, a permit to access a restricted area, plenty of things that'll enhance your game as you go. The variety of enemies is wide, from your basic grunts and parachutists to rocket launcher wielding maniacs and boulder throwing giants. The music was a highlight on the NES, and it's just as good here. There are motifs of the original, but it's not completely the same. It's as if the soundtrack was optimized for the console it was on, rather than just trying to replicate it exactly. You can easily say the same thing about the graphics too. This is especially notable towards the end, where streaming clouds and fighter jets flying past you look amazing, and give everything this frenetic pace that basically mirrors the difficulty of this level. A truly masterful game that feels identical to the NES classic you know and love, thankfully without the Nazis. There was a direct sequel for the Game Boy Color called Bionic Commando Elite Forces that I can't wait to try. 2000 is a long way away in that series though, so we'll have to be content with this for now.